Hi there, this is Joe from SquareXO, and this is episode 27. I'm joined by Dan.
Hello.
And Rebecca.
Hi guys.
Before we start, don't forget you can follow us on twitter.com/square_XO, twitch.tv/squarexo, youtube.com/johansonwater, and visit our website at squarexo.co.uk. And if you like, you can leave us a nice review on iTunes as well. Thank you. That's it. Okay. Gaming news. Let's go straight on to that. There isn't a lot. We only recorded on Tuesday, so it's all kind of bits and pieces, but still. Probably the main one, which Rebecca mentioned before we started recording, is the Horizon Zero Dawn update, which was about Wednesday, Thursday time that was revealed on it. Patch 1.30 adds new game plus and an ultra hard difficulty, but also new trophies and unlockables. New game plus, as you'd expect, lets you continue the game without losing your character progression and all your collected inventory. You can't progress beyond the live cap 50 but can still collect XP. The new ultra hard difficulty enhances machine senses and behaviour. Developer Gorilla said that it limits players' health regen. You don't get the option to switch to a less difficult setting either. So if you're on ultra hard, that's it.
So you're screwed if you start on it. Do you know what the new trophies are?
They're new game plus trophies, I think. Something along the lines of that, but I'm not 100% sure. It kind of annoys me, to be fair, because I just platinumed that game and now it says that I haven't got 100% of the trophies for it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
There's loads like that, though, games like that, I think.
Yeah, I'll find out what the trophies are if you want to carry on.
Yeah, I found it.
You found it?
For
what
complete new game plus and complete new game plus in ultra hard mode.
Oh, see, I wouldn't want to collect those trophies anyway. That's just... that's too much effort for me.
I wouldn't go back to play it again, so yeah.
Well, you got the platinum, didn't you, already? So
Yeah, but I'm not fussed about running through it again on a harder mode.
Joe, do you think you're going to try and get the platinum for Horizon Zero Dawn?
Nah, I'm not bored with trophies.
No.
Don't bother me, I don't do that. I don't have time. I think it's a waste of time, trophies. I think they're a waste of... There's more important things to do.
I think I only go for the platinum in games if I've already got like 90% of the trophies. I'll go on then. It won't hurt.
I just don't have the time. I don't have we having children stuff and out all day, and then I just don't have time to just sit and play. I mean, it takes a long time to get a platinum trophy, and I'm just quite happy to have a go now here and there, and I've got so many games as well. I mean, if I only had one game or whatever, then I'd probably get it, just because I've only got one game and I'm playing it. But when I've got absolutely tons of them sitting on my shelf that I've still to play, I would just never get round to it, really.
Yeah.
I disagree with all of that, but there you go. Because I've got no time. As you know, I worked till 9:30 the other day. So
you're like a platinum hunter.
Yeah, but you don't have any children either.
No, I don't. But then I'm working a lot. So, I'm working till stupid o'clock in the morning and whatnot.
Yeah, but if you worked stupid o'clock in the morning and you had children, you would just...
Yeah, but I don't. I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Get intense.
No,
I mean, because I used to work stupid at a time when I was at shop too, but then you get the kids going on at you, and then my wife would watch TV, and I'm not the one who's going to go upstairs and sit and play a game while my wife's watching TV, because I'd rather just sit and spend time with her. It just depends on your priorities, I guess. But I mean, to me, I'm not that fussed. I'm quite happy to play a game when I play it. I like the trophies. I think they're good. I quite like when one pops up or whatever, but I just don't have that sort of need to complete the games, really. It's not really that.
Sometimes I wish I could be like that and not have to finish everything to 100%. But I'm like it.
Yeah. Do you feel like really driven then when you play a game? You're like, I'm going to get the platinum, and if not, I'm going to 100% it.
Well, what's the point in living if you don't live to your full potential, kind of thing? I don't know. In general, in life, I want to do everything that I can.
Everything that
of my ability. So I feel like with a trophy, you kind of there's something visual to show that well done, you've done that. It's the same with kind of I'm quite a brand snob. I'll buy nice brands and things like that because I like I don't know. just materialistic.
I think
I'm like that too, though. I like my brands and stuff. I'm terrible, even when I'm no money. I'm God, I'm gonna go and buy. I'm terrible with brands. I mean, Lisa, she's no bored about that sort of thing. So obviously the kids, kind of don't get that. But I'm still the one that spends the money when it comes to clothes and stuff.
Always
I'm a nightmare.
I think it's just more about me and my personality and the way I am with things in general, and that's why I have to finish a game completely, I suppose, just because then I feel like it's finished rather than been left.
I think as well, when you complete 100% complete a game, I feel like you really feel as though you're getting your money's value for that game because you've explored everything. It's not just I beat it and I've only got 21% of the trophies. You've still unexplored so much of the game if you've only got like 21 or 16 or a low percentage like that. But if you've 100%ed it, then you say, I've seen everything this game has to offer. I've experienced everything that the developers wanted me to experience as a player. And then, you've got the nice shiny trophies to show off to everyone.
But I think they say most people don't even complete a game. Well, actually, just normally complete a game, rather. No, never even talking about the trophies.
Well, you can see the percentages, can't you? I suppose if you look at talking about Horizon, so I reckon if you looked at the story trophies for Horizon, there's a massive drop-off as you get towards the last ones to who's actually probably achieved.
So saying that, I always generally complete a game. I mean, I've completed absolutely tons and tons of games, but I've just never 100%ed them because I don't see the need. But I mean, as long as I've completed the story, I'm quite happy because then I know what's happened. Yeah. So I'm going to try
try and get away from it at times. There's one game I've been playing today that I'm not going to bother with anymore.
Really? But, that'd be interesting to hear about.
But I don't know. There you go.
Okay, PlayStation now's got PS4 games now. I saw that coming. I don't know, how many was it? I swear it's 51 PS4 games added to PS Now. So we're talking things like Killzone Shadowfall, God of War.
Quite a list, isn't it? 51.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to look at the Sony first parties that are on there, but I know there's a God of War on there, I think, and Killzone Shadowfall. So obviously people in PC are going to be able to play PS4 exclusives now.
Well, that's exciting.
Tearaway as well. Heavy Rain.
Has anyone used PS? Because I haven't used it.
I used it in the beta. I was in the beta and I used it, and it's quite good actually. It's got this sort of, you can tell you're not really playing natively, like on a disc or whatever. It's got something about it when I played the beta, but obviously it might be much improved now. But even then, it was still quite good because you could just say, what you play that, and it would just load up instantly, and you're playing in seconds. I mean, that suits me really, because I hate waiting on games to bloody download. So to be able just to go, alright, I want to play, and you're playing, it's quite good, really. It's got Netflix style. You just choose and you play.
Oh, and it's there. That's quite clever.
Yeah. Not for you then, Rebecca, with your internet. But...
Nope, I will not be indulging in
it's just the price at the moment. I think now that we've added PS4 games, you can play. What else can you play on it? PS3 games? I'm not sure about PS2 and PS1. I think it's just PS3 and PS4 games at the moment, but maybe they'll add others as well. But I mean, it's just quite cool that the option's there, I say. But it's just $12.99 a month, so if they could get that down to $7.99 a month,
£150 a year. It's
crazy.
Imagine how much money they make if it was $7.99 a month for these PC players who'd go, I quite fancy trying God of War or whatever.
So that's it. It's a good sales point for. I suppose we've bashed other businesses in the past, but it is a good sales point that you can dip your toe in the water and try it for 6 months, and then
it's
if you
just
decide,
too expensive at the moment. So they need to get
it could drop. You don't know.
Netflix is like £8 a month, £9 a month, and Amazon Prime is £80 a year. So it's kind of comparable to some extent, cost-wise, But
although Amazon Prime's much better than any of them, really. Amazon Prime's much better value than Netflix. Just because of all the other stuff you get with it.
Yeah, you get loads of extras, don't you?
Yeah, I mean you get music as well, which is quite cool. So, yeah.
I'm just not a fan of subscription services because you never own anything. It's a bit like Adobe have gone to Creative Cloud as well. You pay them. I pay £50 a month, and I never actually own it. I've just got a downloaded version of a program that when I stop paying gets taken away from me, and that's a bit like PlayStation Now in that, businesses make a lot more money out of subscription because you're
it's
tied
PlayStation
in.
Plus as well, isn't it? Xbox Live Games with Gold and all that. That's all the same sort of thing. So I mean, it's just the way it works now. I mean, we just need to accept it that services is more. It's kind of at the future, really, what you're paying for. But the good thing about them is they can always improve.
Yeah.
And that, which is quite good.
That's it. Yeah. And you get an update, so you get free updates. You don't have to buy a new version of it every year or whatever.
Exactly. So there's good and bad points, I think, to these sort of services, I'd say.
Yeah.
And the good thing about PlayStation Now, for instance, is that it's got about 400 games on it at the moment, and you've got instant access to all of them just by paying that fee.
Yeah.
Can you download them through it as well, or
no? I think it's always Steam.
Just there.
So you just choose it and stream it and play it. But it's just good that if you do pay it, you have access to all those games. It's good for the people who maybe have never played all those games before and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I've probably played most of them, so I'm not bored. Okie doke. Tomorrow's Children shuts down on 1st of November. The PS4 exclusive is just over a year old, and now it's going to shut down.
Right, is that the Tim Schafer one?
That's what are they called again? I think they're the ones who made the Pixel Junk games, Q Games.
Right.
They brought it out a year ago and now it's shutting down. So
not even a year ago, 6th of September.
Yeah, so crazy.
It's got quite low scores, hasn't it, though?
Yeah, obviously.
Have any of you guys played it?
I think I've got it, but I've never played it.
Never played it. Might be worth playing it before they shut it down and see what you think of it.
I just didn't fancy it. I looked at it and I thought, nah, it's not for me anyway. I didn't give it a go. Okay, that is a bit out for the PlayStation news. Xbox One is to get a friend feature soon. I wanted to mention that because I think that's cool. I've been asking for that on PlayStation for ages. Wouldn't be so handy for me now, but just when I had the website, I'm on websites and I had writers and stuff, I thought it might be quite cool to send them a game now and again, just to say thanks.
I think it's a really good idea. I'm kind of surprised that it's taken this long for either of them to do it. Surely it can't be that difficult. You can buy a code in a shop, can't you?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good idea because you just, as long as you know their email address or whatever, you can just send them the game. They can get the code down. Then it's in their library sort of thing. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'd like that idea, so hopefully they'll add it. Right, let's just run through the rest of the stuff. Cuphead will never come to PS4. That's the one that looks quite cool. It looks like a sort of old style Popeye or something cartoon. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's like Steamboat Willie, isn't it? So,
yeah.
That's probably an Xbox game I'm quite looking forward to just because it looks different. Yeah, I think I might get that
Quirky,
one and try
isn't
it.
How much do you believe that, though?
Who knows?
Because it's a big revenue stream just to cut off, isn't it?
Yeah, but if it's published by Microsoft, then it probably never will.
Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I just think if you're a developer and then you want to make money out of your game and you ignore the biggest market that's out there, then you've got maybe something a little bit wrong in your.
Yeah, it's
maybe
a bit daft, but
literally got a cut for a head.
He just said it was 100% lifetime exclusive.
Yeah.
Because it's
Microsoft. Good luck to him then.
Yeah, hopefully it works out for them doing it that way.
Yeah, it does look good. It looks interesting.
He says they own the Cuphead IP, but obviously they've probably signed a contract with Microsoft. So the fact that he added that bit in at the end, we own the Cuphead IP, makes it sound like, oh, don't worry, that you'll get the sequel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Doesn't it? The fact that he mentions that at all kind of makes you think, oh well, a sequel then, or some sort of almost like half and half, sort of sequel halfway to the sequel sort of thing, a game like that maybe.
Cuphead refilled, a remastered version.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't even know how good it'd be though either, do we yet? So
nah,
we could be missing out on something trash. So.
Okay, a few more. PlayerUnknown's Battleground has got its full launch delayed to the end of 2017. I don't care about that game, so I don't know if I've much more to say about it. Thimbleweed Park is coming to Nintendo Switch. Again, I've not played that.
Not heard of it.
I presume that's out on other consoles. I think I've heard of that. Isn't that the Tim Schafer one? I don't
Just
know.
Googling it now.
Robert Gilbert. Yeah, Ron Gilbert is the co-creator, so it's on Vita. Is that Vita or is that Switch? In that picture I'm looking at. Oh no, that's a Switch.
It just says Xbox One, Android, and iOS. It says a mobile game, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that game. I don't know if I've played it or if I've just seen it. I recognise the character sort of pixely. It's one of those
looks
sort of...
a bit like that Day of the Tentacle rubbish.
Yeah, Double Fine. Although it's not Double Fine, but it sings. It's terrible toy box that makes it. But yeah, that's coming to Switch. Yay. Don't care, no sarcasm. ARM's first DLC characters out next week. Yay. Don't care. And
my Switch still hasn't moved for about 5 months.
Platinum Games has teased the wonderful 101 for Switch. Yay. Don't care.
So they teased... So I listened back to the Tuesday's podcast because they teased Bayonetta.
Yeah, and now they've teased...
That's great news.
Now they've teased Wonderful 101 as well.
I can't imagine the Switch is the easiest thing to play a Platinum game on because it's not the most... Although it's a nice machine, it's not the most refined controller that I've ever used. I think, to play a game like that, you need to have something that's solid and substantial in your hands. I can't see how Bayonetta would work in handheld mode on a Switch.
No, that sounds like it could be quite difficult. I was thinking that.
Yeah.
But yeah, 101. I don't really care. I'm not that bored about that game either.
Yeah, I've not played that. Because that was a Wii U game, wasn't it? I think. So, never played it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I did play it, but I don't care. I might own it still. I don't know. I don't know if I own it or not. Because I might have got sent it for review or whatever. I remember playing it. And it was... I didn't really think much of it, to be honest. So I'm not really that bored. Like you, my Switch hasn't moved for a long time.
Yeah. It's just sad.
Gathering dust a bit like it does, really. A bit
That's
like
a
the
bit
Wii U
of a shame.
did. The Wii U did gather dust for the minute I got it. I was like, I should never bought this thing. I really only bought it for work, really, when I got it. I wasn't really wanting one that much. And the Switch I did kind of want because I liked the concept, but it's not
still really, no games, is there?
Nah. I mean, there's Splatoon 2 is coming, I guess.
I think quite a few things are coming later this year, aren't they? When's Mario Odyssey coming? Is that later this year?
Don't raise Mario. He was already bashed in the last podcast.
I know.
Yeah.
Who cares, man?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
It's a sensitive subject. It's a new game for the Switch, though. I think a lot of people are desperate for anything at this point, aren't they?
Yeah, true.
I quite fancy Battle Chasers on Switch.
Mm.
Well, there was a wee bit of Battle Chasers news because I got my Kickstarter email that they're going to try and release a physical collector's edition, so I'm going to maybe able to upgrade to that, which would
I was going to say,
cool.
They're going to give you a discount as a backer.
Yeah, it says you might be able to upgrade to that, so I might do that because that would be really cool. But then I would need to switch because I chose my version as a Switch version because I was just going to buy the PS4 version as well, so that I'd have the artwork of the box. So I might just keep the digital version. I might switch to the PS4 again and upgrade to the physical collector's edition, and then just buy the Switch version digitally. So
when's it out?
October.
Alright.
Okay.
It looks really cool. I don't know if you've seen much of it. It's a sort of turn-based RPG, but it just looks like art is amazing, and it's just sort of Darksiders all over again. I love it. It's not quite the same as Darksiders because it's a turn-based RPG, but still, it still looks awesome. So yeah.
It's up your street.
Yeah, one to keep an eye on.
Yeah, so I'm definitely excited about that. Yeah, and that's it for news and stuff. That's it.
Pretty quiet.
Well, yeah, it's not been long since.
No, it's only been
guys recorded, so
2 days.
I can't recall seeing any news this week. Full stop. About what's happened.
The only thing
really.
that caught me was Horizon. That's the only thing I really thought.
It's that summer holiday time for the industry now.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem you have. It's quiet. So there's not a lot of games coming out, so there's not really a lot to talk about in terms of the games, and there's not really a lot to talk about in terms of the news. So it's just really what we've been playing, or really, and that's about it. So we may as well talk about what we've been playing, unless any of you's got a subject matter you want to discuss.
Someone on Twitter.
There was a Twitter one, wasn't there?
Oh, was.
I had it up and then I stupidly navigated away from the page, but I can go back to it. Craig Green. We might have touched on this before, but he's put with I suppose with the success of Wipeout and Crash, what classic series would we like to see brought back with an HD remaster? So I know they've done quite a few, haven't they? Yeah.
No, what I think to myself, I'm picked up stuff coming back now.
I sort of feel the same, actually.
I suppose
there's stuff I'd love to see come back, like obviously X-Wing, because I absolutely loved that game, but then I think to myself, well, we've got Battlefront, so what's the point? Then I think Desert Strike, which was really classic sort of game, but then you think to yourself, well, it would be really rubbish now if that game wouldn't really be the same remade sort of modern day. It was good the way it was, sort of thing.
There's a few though that have never kind of come back. So things like a Driver collection could be quite good, especially if they'd maybe spent some time on it, like what they're doing with The Last Guardian, and redid Driver 1 and 2, maybe not 3, Driv 3R or whatever it was. Give some love to that, because that was quite a cool game back in the PS1 days, and it's kind of just been forgotten about. Destruction Derby was another one I thought.
I love Destruction Derby. That was good, but then you have games quite similar to that, like Flat Out, I think it was called. There was one, not Destruction Derby. Yeah, I could see me playing that. I liked that game. Yeah. That was awesome. But
so there's a few gems, I think.
Road
from
Rash
the PS1
was always
era.
good as well.
There was a new version of Road Rash, wasn't there? But I can't remember when it was. Was it last gen? But yeah, there's a few. I'd say Driver for me would be the one I'd like to see again.
Outrun was always good as well. I liked Outrun. Yeah. But then it's no Chase HQ. Oh, I love that game. It was so good.
Never played that.
Oh my god, that was brilliant. It was so you were just basically a policeman. You just chased after the bad guy and had to bash them off the road.
Right.
It was so good though. Oh, it was brilliant. I loved that game. So good.
Burnout was a little bit. Once Burnout Paradise kind of got to the point where you were taking out. Was it? No, it was Burnout Paradise, wasn't it? Where you'd smash the other cars, and then as you were driving, it would cut away.
Or was it Need for Speed Hot Pursuit?
Yeah, well, they both did it. They were both Criterion, weren't they? So.
Need for Speed Hot Pursuit was the one where you had to chase them, wasn't it, and catch them, bash them off the road. That's about what Chase HQ. That was a good. I like that Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Actually, that was a good game. Like that.
I'd love them to do Ridge Racer as well, like Ridge Racer 1, Ridge Racer Type 4, and Ridge Racer Revolution, but in today's world, in today's graphics.
See, I just don't know if I'm that fussed. Really.
Yeah.
I like them to innovate more than bring back stuff from the past, I think.
True.
We don't really have a lot of new IPs, do we? If you really think about it, there's a handful. But you think, but we could always do it more, couldn't we?
Silent Hill or Dino Crisis, they'd be cool to bring back.
Yeah, that would be good actually.
I just can't think any at the moment.
You're
Alex
right,
the Kid, maybe.
Cider's gone to your head.
I know.
No, it hasn't. No, that was good. That Alex the Kid, Lisa mentioned that the other day. She goes, "Oh, what was that game?" I go, "Was Alex the Kid? The one that was built
into your Master System?"
Yeah, it was built into the Master System.
That's
It's a
very
good
cool.
game. It's quite fun.
I remember those. Yeah.
See,
Do you remember Marble Madness?
Yeah. See, that thing about Alex Kidd, it's a sort of classic platformer. As good as Mario, probably. So how come it makes you wonder how come it never took off what Mario did? Don't know.
Too hard.
Yeah, probably. People get put off quite easily with difficulty, don't they?
Yeah.
It's
Do you remember the
Sonic,
McDonald's game?
McDonald's.
It was a McDonald's game.
Yeah. McDonald's game. No, I don't know what it was called. That was good. And Cool Spot as well. He was good. McDonald's Treasure Land. Oh, that's what it was.
Wow.
Was it actually McDonald's burgers are we talking about here?
Yeah. It was a Mega Drive game.
Oh, I don't remember that one. Echo the Dolphin. Remember that?
Oh God, I remember that.
Yeah, Echo was hard as well. Yeah. Lots of hard stuff. So this, because I wasn't involved on Tuesday, this kind of goes back to that SNES talk a little bit.
Oh yeah.
One of the comments where you weren't sure where its place kind of was these days. For me, it's more. I own a Switch, but I'm one of very few older gamers that probably does. So most people of my generation will own a Xbox One or a PS4, won't necessarily want to buy a Switch. So the SNES Mini kind of engages their nostalgia and enables them to play something on a system that they don't have. Because for me, I grew up as a Nintendo fan, so with a NES and a SNES. So for me, I want to play the SNES because it has that nostalgia feeling. It's one of the first consoles I had.
I think that people who own the Switch should take priority over anybody who buys a cheaper sort of plastic bit of plastic, really. I mean, they should be releasing the games on the Virtual Console for those people rather than people who are going to buy something that's a bit cheaper and stuff.
Most people in their 30s or 40s won't be buying a Switch. They just won't do it. They won't. They will view Nintendo a specific way, so they won't buy a Switch, but they would buy the SNES Mini.
Something they know.
They're quite different products. I agree that they should be on. Well, there should be a Virtual Console on Switch.
Maybe they'll announce them before it comes out.
And they should really leverage that heritage. I know they do it a lot and we bash them, but they should. They've got one of the best heritage, probably the best of the current console manufacturers' heritage in the industry. They should be leveraging it, but I can see the point of them doing it as a standalone thing. I do not agree with them creating so few so that the eBay kind of scalpers are selling
because that would be insane
quid already. It's just not fair on those that really want them. But yeah, I just think, because for me, I'd be in two minds about actually getting rid of my Switch, either selling it or lending it to my brother. I say lending in inverted commas so that he can play. But I'd still want to play the SNES games now and then, so I'd still buy the SNES Mini for me, and I'm not bothered about the Switch. So I think the Switch isn't for me, whereas the SNES Mini is, possibly. So that's where I see the kind of the fine line of the difference being. But yeah, I don't know where they're going to stop though. Will they then do a N64 Mini? Probably. And then you're right, they're taking revenue stream out of the Virtual Console, which when that comes, they'll obviously want people to be buying through. I just think Nintendo should just release an app on a smart TV or on a PlayStation, which is just all their classic games.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say, I think Nintendo should just die. It's a bit ugly.
I thought you were going to say.
No, but wouldn't it be great if all the games on the SNES Mini were just an app that you just accessed through your PS4 or through your phone, and you just Google
Chrome? It's not the case of constantly having to buy new consoles for certain games.
And wouldn't it be good if Sony was the only manufacturer of consoles and everybody just released their games for the PlayStation?
It would make Twitter a nicer place because you wouldn't.
Yeah, it's so angry with the console wars.
I know.
You just buy one console and you can have an Xbox app and a Nintendo app and your PlayStation, whatever.
But you'd lose innovation because innovation only comes around because of competition. So, that would be the biggest. We'd all lose out in the long run.
I don't know though. Sort of, I agree, but at the same time, the third parties would still be releasing their games, so they would still have to innovate, really. I mean, it's more
the technology push than the gaming push. Why would they need to make it a better, more power? I suppose they'd be pushed by the developers, but You know, you look
exactly. I mean, if you look at Sony, though, they're the ones pushing the first party. They always have through other consoles, whereas having I think if you took Xbox at picture, you'd still have Sony releasing the same sort of diversity of games it does now. I think the only thing that Sony would lose out on if there was no Xbox is the sort of infrastructure of the PlayStation, like the PlayStation Network, the trophies, stuff like that. I think that's where Sony learns from others, but when it comes to games, I think Sony doesn't really learn from anyone. They know what they're doing, I think. I don't think they need competition to release good games. I think they just need competition to make their system better, really, because I think without competition, the system probably wouldn't be that good. I mean, look at State of PlayStation Network when it first released. It's terrible.
Yeah. And like you say, that has benefited from the existence of the Xbox.
Oh, yeah, Xbox has definitely made PlayStation better. And wouldn't have trophies without Xbox, would you?
But I don't think we'd have things like built-in hard drives or, I don't know, other stuff, more hardware wise as well, like physical hardware. And we wouldn't have wireless controllers if it wasn't for the GameCube, and we wouldn't have built-in routers if it wasn't for the Dreamcast. Like, there's loads of stuff that has come from older consoles that has been like amalgamated to make them where we are now. So
you might not even have the Switch without the iPad, who knows?
True. You never know.
You just don't know. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about what we've been playing. Get a feeling this is going to be a shorter episode, but I will. I've been playing That Shoe, and I think that's about it, really. I'm trying to think.
So this is the one where you had to download the app that you didn't want to download?
Yeah, I played it once. Yeah, that annoyed me a bit, and then I
agree, I hate apps.
Downloaded... the Nintendo releasing this Splatoon, and you get an app for it, but you only have the way they're doing it the way I said on the last podcast, where you download the Nintendo app and the Splatoon is inside the Nintendo app, I think.
Yeah.
That's what I gathered when I was watching the Splatoon 2 Direct. I gathered that you have the Splatoon 2 app within the Nintendo app, and I presume that will happen with other games as well, or the apps will be inside that one app. That's the way I think it should be.
What does this app do for it? Why isn't the game good enough? Or why isn't the system or the infrastructure good enough that you have to have an app for it? I don't understand. I haven't seen it.
Oh, no, it's quite cool the way it works, actually. It's really good, but the app itself, let me just load it up. Hopefully there's no sound on it. Yeah, get on with it. The app itself has 3 options. Right there, it's the first time I've turned it on my iPad, so it's just asking me all these questions. Right. The first options: make your own drawings to use on your PS4 system. Write your own questions to use on your PS4 system and pass it on. Start a turn-based drawing game, no PS4 required. So you can play a game in the app without using your PS4. But the way the app works is everybody downloads it on their phone or their tablet or whatever, and then up to 6 players can play on the PlayStation. So when you download it and then load it up on your tablet or app, you'll appear as a player on the PlayStation.
Yeah. So there's that game I mentioned the other week, Jackbox, which does the same thing, where you use your phone to answer questions, but you don't need an app. You just go to a web address that it gives you. So it would be like Jackbox/ABCZ1, and that gets you into your game.
The reason this works so is because a lot of it's camera based, so you take selfies and you have to copy poses from the screen, and everybody copies the poses, and then you vote on who done the best one, and you earn points if you all agree on who done the best one, and then you answer questions about each other, and you'll swipe a card. When you answer the question, you swipe the card away up on the app, you swipe it away, and then everybody else swipes it away, and then everybody who agrees gets points, and everybody who doesn't agree doesn't get points. And you can play a joker, so if you play that, you'll get more points if you've all agreed, sort of thing. That person.
Yeah, it's a party game then, basically.
Yeah, and eventually someone will win because they'll have the most points. But you basically answer questions on each other, so it's kind of a bit like Mr. and Mrs. or whatever.
That's clever.
But you can play it with the kids as well. And it's really good actually. I really like it. It's a sort of, because obviously it was free. The app's free to download. The game was free on PlayStation Plus. So it's the sort of game you'd probably quite enjoy playing with the missus, Dan.
Yeah.
Just
might give it a go.
Yeah, because it's actually quite fun. It surprised me. And the questions is different each time, so it seems to mix it up, which is quite cool. But no, it's well presented and stuff, and it can be quite funny as well when you have to you take a selfie and then it swaps round and you have to draw things on their selfie and stuff.
It's like a spiritual successor to Buzz.
Yeah, it's actually quite fun, and they're going to bring out other games, obviously, for this PlayLink. Things like SingStar and stuff, so everybody will be able to use their own device to play. No, it's actually really good how it works. I think they've done quite a good job. But I don't
Sounds like a good game.
Yeah, it's alright. It's worth trying anyway, especially if you downloaded it for free.
Yeah.
I think it's worth trying.
Should add it to my library, really, shouldn't I, just in case?
Yeah.
Probably while it's free.
Yeah. How do I do that, Joe? Someone asked on YouTube, I think David was his name. I asked on YouTube, how do you add things to your library rather than downloading them? I don't do it, so I don't know either. But
I think you can do it in the app. You just... Oh, actually, I think the best way to do it is on the PlayStation. To add to your library, you just go into the store, find the PlayStation Plus games, and you can just click Add to Library. I think that's the best way to do it on the PlayStation 4. I think if you do it on the app, you might have to download it, maybe. I'm not sure. Although if you do it in the PlayStation... No, actually, I think if you do it in the PlayStation app, you can also just add it to the checkout, and then that's you. It will just be there in your library, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, I always add the games every month, so...
Well, that's you is actually worth $15.99.
Wow.
Yeah,
well, I say it's worth it. That's what you pay for it.
That's what you pay for it.
I can imagine, because it's, like I say, it's not bad at all.
Yeah.
So
cool.
It's worth adding for free, so everybody should just do it and just try it out.
I'll try and remember to add that later. What have you been playing, Rebecca?
So I went back to Bloodborne.
Yeah, and surprise.
I do play Bloodborne a lot, but I sort of had a bit of a mission in mind, and I thought I've only got 2 trophies left before I get the platinum, and obviously one of the trophies is one of the hardest trophies in the game, but I did it, so I've got the platinum for Bloodborne, and I thought I probably should have the platinum for my favourite game. Yeah. It took me about 2 years to get it. It's not great, but to be fair though, the first year and a half I was playing Bloodborne, I was just playing through the game, starting NG Plus, just because it was fun. I wasn't really looking for trophies. I mean, if one popped up, I'd be like, oh, a cool trophy. And then when I sort of joined the online Twitter gaming community like earlier this year, everyone, platinums are such a big thing. I thought, why don't I have the platinum for my favourite game? Went online, I was only missing 4, so I went and got them, and I got the last 2 days ago. So I've got the platinum for that. But that won't be the end of Bloodborne for me, because as soon as I platinumed it, I just carried on playing, made a new NG Plus, just carried on going. But
I've never had a game that has made me play that much.
Yeah, I can't
understand it.
I don't know what it is, because I've always liked going back and replaying, rewatching, rereading things that I'm familiar with, but I've never gone back, because this will be I'm on NG Plus 6 now of Bloodborne, so this is my 6th playthrough. And I've never really ever got bored of it. And I know exactly what happens every single section of the game. Nothing jump scares me anymore, because I know when they're coming. I know all the strategies. I know how to take down the bosses. I know exactly where I need to go. But I just really like playing it. It's sort of like my comfort game, where if I'm like, I've got nothing to play, I want to play something I know, I'm like, I'll stick Bloodborne in and I'll play that. Yeah. So that's what I played. One of the things I played. And then last week I talked about how I'd started playing Little Nightmares. And I finished that.
Cool.
Wow, it was honestly such a creepy game. Brilliantly done. It's only about 5 hours long, and it's one of these games where you're sort of hungry for more at the end. But the DLC came out, and I played the DLC, the first part. It's a 3-part expansion. The first part is called The Depths. That came out 2 days ago. So I played that, and that's honestly pretty, up to par with the chapters in the main game. It's about as long, and it's a different character, but sort of coincides with the main story. Right at the very end, you notice that, oh, hang on a minute, that's my character in the main game. It's so clever.
Okay.
So I finished that as well, but I've written my review for it, and my review for Little Nightmares will be up on this coming Wednesday. But I kind of want to go back and play it again. It was that good a game, and I think it would still shock me, even though I've already seen exactly what happened.
I'd heard nothing about it.
No, I hadn't either. I went into it, and I always, like, whenever I write a review, I always see what other people have given it and what key points they've talked about, so I sort of know what's important for me to talk about. And I could find hardly anybody talking about it, on Twitter, on Facebook, or any of the other big platforms. It was very, very quiet. I didn't even hear anything about its release, really. It just sort of passed me by.
And it's a Namco game as well, so
yeah,
you'd have thought they'd have shouted about it.
Yeah, it's really good, though. It's kind of a shame that the next DLC installment doesn't come in until November, because I'd like to play it now.
Yeah, it's a long way off. Joe, did you ever play Dreamfall Chapters? Joe, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm Dreamfall Chapters. I don't think I ever get around to playing it. No, it's still on my shelf.
All right. It's just I was looking at Little Nightmares on Amazon, and Dreamfall Chapters was a related product. And then I remember us talking about it, and it sounding good. And then I just wondered if you'd ever.
No, not yet. I'll get around to it eventually.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of going back to that PlayStation Plus thing, I just went on the app there because there was free PlayStation 3 games I didn't download, so I just went in the app, went to monthly games, added them all to my basket, went through the checkout process, and now they're in my library without downloading.
I see, so you kind of have to buy them, but don't download them.
But they don't actually download, so it's quite easy.
Yeah. Well, there you go, David, if you're listening. Hopefully that helps.
What have you been playing and done?
So I finished Rhine, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't speak about that because I wasn't here.
Didn't think so.
I finished it, and then I went back and got all the collectibles for the Platinum, and I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good game. And I like the fact it was simple and it was short and it looked nice and it sounded good. And there was just something about it that, I don't know, I just liked the character that it had. So, I think they've done a very good job with that. I'm kind of surprised that Sony did drop it when there was all that kind of, it's going to be crap and this, that and the other. But maybe because it was shorter than anticipated or something, they didn't want it. But, yeah.
It's not that short, though, is it? It's about 9 hours. Did you probably did it faster than that?
Yeah,
I
think it was faster than that.
I got so stuck.
5
or
6.
I can see that.
But I loved the influences that had. So there was obviously influenced by things like Studio Ghibli and Ico and Shadow of the Colossus and those kind of games and the kind of things I like. So it meant a lot to me to see that. I thought it was really good, and for the price I paid, I'd really recommend it to anyone.
Yeah, it's a good
listening.
game.
The puzzles were a bit, I want to say easy is the wrong word, but there was nothing that stumped me or that took time to figure out. It wasn't that cerebral, but it was a nice game, and I think it was good. It's definitely up there with one of the best I've played this year, I'd say.
Wow.
Because it just hooked me to the end. I didn't feel like I had to go away from it or didn't want to carry on, which is what a game called Mitsurugi Kamui Hikei that I'm playing at the moment has made me feel like, because I can't be bothered with it anymore. So I started it yesterday and I finished it on easy, I finished it on normal, I finished it on hard today, so I started on very hard. So it's a short game. And it's unfairly hard, I'd say. There's it's not like, I suppose, like you with Bloodborne or me with Nier or Bayonetta again, where it's hard on hard mode and you take more damage, but you still are able to control the character or to parry attacks and to understand what's happening. And if you make a mistake in those games and die, it's probably because you didn't have your timings right, or
you were greedy or something silly like that.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas with this, it just feels just impossible. The parrying system just doesn't seem to work. And if you get hit once and you stumble a little bit, and then everyone jumps and you die, and it's
you get staggered.
But it doesn't. Yeah, like I say, it just feels unfair. It doesn't feel like.
Doesn't feel challenging.
It's challenging because it's just hard not to throw the controller at the wall or to try and snap it. So, and then there's another difficulty after the one I'm doing now where you got to do the whole game without being hit, and I just think I just
possible.
Yeah, so I'm just going to shelf it now and find something else to play because I don't want the stress of it. So, like what I was saying earlier, I like to finish games. I don't mind doing the difficulties if I feel like I'm getting better or I'm able to figure it out and get better at a game. But when it's just killing you unfairly, I just think, you can go away and go back in the shell. So,
oh well.
Yeah, so that's what I've been playing. I don't know what I'm going to play next. I don't know whether to wait for Lost Legacy and just not play for a while or to dig something out of the backlog. I feel like at a loss with it at the moment. There doesn't seem to be much about. I don't know what you guys feel like, but
actually I'm in the same place now. I mean, especially because I did the Little Nightmares DLC this week. Now I'm like, I don't really have anything new to play. I mean, thank God it's my birthday soon. I don't know about you, Dan, but I'm just going to ask people for PS4 games because then I don't have to spend money on them.
Sexy Brutal on my list, which is it's another game by the guys that made Rhyme.
Oh, is it? That sounds good.
Because I like that so much. I've got that on my birthday list, but I haven't done The Last Guardian. I've got Doom to play. I've got Tearaway Unfolded, and I've got Persona 5 still wrapped in the polythene. So I've got things to play, but nothing is grabbing me.
Yeah, so, I can see that.
I wanted to have a discussion about something, but it's probably better for next week. But maybe because I really, really, really want to play Persona 5, and I loved Persona 4. Loved it. It's amazing. It's probably the game I've played the most time-wise ever. But with Persona 5, I'm just put off by knowing it's 200 hours long.
A bit like The Witcher. I felt a bit like that.
And I don't know, maybe it's up for discussion, but I don't know should that put me off? Should I just play it? Or
I don't know. I mean, you do have to dedicate once you start it. If you are this sort of person who has to complete it, it can be a bit daunting that you think, oh gosh, I have 200 hours of gameplay ahead of me. I mean, that's how I felt when I started The Witcher, and people said, oh, that's hundreds of hours long. But when I was playing it, it didn't feel long. I mean, I played it from start to finish, and obviously I didn't do it all in one sitting. That's impossible. Yeah. But I did it, over a few months, and it didn't feel like, in a way, I was sort of thinking, I don't want it to end. And I was kind of happy that I still had a few 100 hours left because it was such a good game. So I guess it depends if you look at it like that.
With what's coming out, like Lost Legacy's next month, and then there's a new Need for Speed, which I will want. I don't know if I can. With things like that, it's the commitment that puts me off. I'm a bit like, if we look through Netflix for something to watch and there's 5 series of it, I won't watch it because I'm like, well, I don't want to watch 5 series of this. That might be rubbish. So I don't know. So that's why I like Rhyme, I think, because I could buy it. I could know that I was going to be done with it within 10 hours, and I really enjoyed it. And it's like, oh yeah, this was brilliant. What's next? I want more like that, more kind of easy to digest experiences.
You should play Little Nightmares. It's a good game. That's probably my favourite game of 2017 so far. If we said that earlier.
Yeah, maybe I will.
You should do it.
There's a new Senran Kagura game coming out in the summer.
And that's pretty cheap as well, I think.
Yeah, £17, I think. So I'll see if...
I think it took me about 6 hours to play through. And the DLC, obviously, is only one part out, but that probably took an hour and a half. So you're looking at 7.5 to 8 hours. It's not... And it's such a good game. I think when you play it, you don't really think about, oh, it's dragging. You think, wow, this is great. I don't want it to end.
No, it sounds good. Maybe
I'd recommend that.
Take that up. If I get some Amazon vouchers for my birthday, hint, I'm listening. I'll buy that, I think, in that case. So that's what I've been playing. Sorry to ramble on for ages, everybody.
No, it's fine. I like listening to what we've all been playing because we all have such different variety of game tastes.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I'm got the same though. Sometimes, I mean, I've got so much on my shelf, and it's just a bit like, I really don't know if I can be bored starting something new when I've not really finished half the stuff I'd started. So I tend to stick to what I've started playing rather than starting something new. Even though I've got a lot of games like that Dreamfall Chapters, Gravity Rush 2 I've still not started. I've had
that's good.
On my shelf for ages. And there's Wipeout even.
Oh yeah, I've got Wipeout as well. Yeah, I haven't even put that in.
Not been in. Crash
I've played a bit.
Well. Micro Machines is kind of my go-to at the moment, just because it's quite a fun game to have a wee play of.
And play.
And it's quite easy.
I got the BioShock collection, and I know Nicole was talking about that, and I keep thinking, oh yeah, I'll play Infinite, because I missed Infinite last gen, and everyone says how good it is. But again, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. But you've said that's good as well, Joe, so I don't know, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, it is a good game, that one, actually. I really like that one. Yeah. So I think I'll just stick to I did start Life is Strange on the PlayStation 4 because I'd completed that on the Xbox. I said that before.
Yeah.
That was a game I got sent the code for on the Xbox, so I'd completed it on there. So now I've started it again on PlayStation 4. I've sort of played a bit of the first episode. I've not played lots of it, so I'll probably play through that and try and get it finished again before the new one comes out next month, I think it is.
Yeah.
The new one's only 3 episodes anyway, but I'll definitely be playing that.
That's why my commitment, my fear of commitment to Persona is here, because there's all these things coming. So it's I want to be clear. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's quite good games coming out in August, actually. I was looking through them, and I think that Life is Strange, but I'm looking forward to Everybody's Golf. Cause
there's an app for that or something I saw. Was that news this week? Have we talked about that?
I don't know if I saw an app for it.
Yeah, sorry, going back to the news.
Of that. August has obviously got the Uncharted DLC as well. You get Sonic Mania, Uncharted Lost Legacy. I'm looking forward to Everybody's Golf as well. There's that Rabbids game for the Switch now, that sort of Rabbids and Mario game.
Yeah.
And so there's quite a bit in. Just looking ahead, actually, let's just go through that. Something to talk about. August. Yeah, so you've got, like I just mentioned, Sonic Mania. Did I mention that?
Yeah.
City Skylines. Agents of Mayhem as well, which is the sort of Saints Row-ish. The same developers as Saints Row, but I think it's a sort of spiritual successor really in it. Got Uncharted Lost Legacy, get Madden NFL 18, F1 2017, the Rabbids game that I mentioned, the Yakuza Kiwami. Everybody's
quite a lot in August, isn't it?
Life is Strange.
There's loads.
Yeah. And then right at the start of September, you've got things like Destiny 2, which is obviously going to be huge. Pro Evolution Soccer 2018, the new Dishonored game. There's loads. NHL 18, Road Rage, I'm not sure what that is. That's from Maximum Games. Project Cars 2, that Cuphead game's due September. FIFA 18. So much.
Yeah, there's loads of stuff like later in the year, isn't it? I mean, Xbox, when they do the Xbox One X, they're bringing out loads of games for that.
Oh yeah, of course. Because is that this year?
Yes,
I think so.
November 7th. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not really loads of games coming out for it though. Crackdown 3, Super Lucky's Tale, and that's about it. That come out at launch. So that's really the only two that come out at launch for the Xbox One X, and then you've got all the third party games, but obviously they're on PlayStation as well. So so there we go. So there's quite a lot. Okay, what we're at? Oh, we're quite over actually.
I think we chatted first, though. I don't think we recorded straight away, so we're safe. Can we give a quick mention to the winner of the SQXO June competition, which was 83_digital, I think, James on Twitter, with his Aloy screenshot, which I know you guys spoke about during the week, but just wanted to throw my hat into the ring and say well done.
Yeah, well done. I need to take a screenshot, actually. I'll need to take some screenshots. Maybe I'll use Life is Strange.
Yeah, do it. The more people that are doing it, the better, because obviously, like you said as well on Tuesday, he had 2 entries. There's nothing wrong with that. If people, if we pick the best screenshots and they're all by the same person, then, well, more people need to be entering, kind of thing. But
we all have this very similar taste, don't we, I think?
Yeah, but so SQXO July is up now. So hopefully I've seen a few come in over the weekend. I might take one of whatever I decide to play next, if anything, and Yeah,
I did one
people
this
get
week.
involved. Yeah, it went good though. We had quite a lot of entries, and it doesn't take much for people to do. I hope so. They can get involved at the press of a few buttons, and yeah. So
yeah, I think it's going to be good fun doing this for the next few months.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have anything else to give away at the moment. I've been too busy with work to try and do anything. Get people to give me stuff or give me stuff to give away, but it'll come back at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay, doke. Are we doing an Amazon game, or are we not doing that?
I haven't looked at anything, if I'm completely honest.
Okay, we'll skip it today then. Maybe we need to come up with a new game.
Yeah, I think maybe we do. I know people like that one. Maybe next week. To be honest, like we were talking about earlier with like not being in the mood for gaming, I think it's the weather. I think the same.
Yeah, everyone wants to be outside.
Yeah, I did a bit of preparation, but I was like, I could prepare for the podcast, or I could go and mow the lawn, or I could go and wash the car because it's sunny outside. So yeah, need winter to come back to be more in game mode.
Oh yeah, winter we'll all be constantly gaming.
But yeah.
Exactly. Right, so there's not a lot to talk about. Sometimes just because of the summer, and if we've not been playing games because of the nice weather, and there's not really a lot of gaming news because E3 is just been, and Gamescom's coming up, and it's just one of these things, isn't it?
Just the summer lull.
We still managed to fill an hour even then.
Yeah.
Right, you see, because there's always something to talk about. Oh, shut up, dogs.
They want to go for a walk. We better probably draw a line under this.
That probably is what they want, to be honest. They're a pain when they don't get their way like that.
Yeah.
They're terrible. It's the problem with 3 dogs. They're just like, they start fighting each other. Not nasty, but sort of it's like a play fight.
Yeah.
And you can always tell when they've not been for a walk because they do that all the time. And
I really want to get a dog.
Toffee's the worst because she's a little terrier, sort of border cross.
Oh yeah, they're very yappy, aren't they?
But she's a pain. When you take her outside, she chases cars down the road. So if you put her in a flexi lead, she'll chase after cars.
Yeah. What breeds of dogs do you have?
I've got.
Sorry, off topic.
Well, my father-in-law's dog is like a Worcher, and we've got a sort of border cross and a golden retriever.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
The golden retriever is so lovely. He's a pain as well, but he's just so needy. He's always coming up for cuddles and stuff like that all the time, and like he sits by your feet wherever you go. He'll sit by your feet, or if you go to the fridge, he'll lie by your feet, so then you can't close the fridge again because he's lying right in front of it.
I do like golden retrievers. Do you remember Ash? Sorry, this is completely off topic. Ash from Shop 2 fame. Yeah. He bought a golden retriever puppy when we were there. So, very nice.
Yeah, really nice dogs, actually.
I want to get a Shih Tzu, so not quite the same, but I want one I can carry around.
Really?
Yeah. But I've got to convince Lisa.
What do they look like?
Like a gremlin, like Gizmo from the Gremlins, and I want to call it Michael as well. But again, I've had that vetoed too. But I'll get my way hopefully one day.
Carry it around your handbag.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a fun image.
I don't know why. I just like the idea of. I like because we've got a house rabbit, and I like the fact when she feels like it, you can pick her up and cuddle her. I like
cuddly dogs, but I don't think you should carry them around. I mean, I
wouldn't carry it everywhere. It'd come running with us in the morning. So
exactly let them walk. Don't carry dogs. Don't put them in handbags. That's just cruel.
I don't know. I just want a small dog. Anyway, that's enough about me and life.
Small dogs. I don't know. It depends what dog you get. Don't get a terrier. No, you don't want.
Well, we can't with a rabbit anyway because we've heard that it'd be a bit snappy. Yeah.
Terriers are they're hard work. So
Well, I grew up with a
grumpy as well.
Oh, I grew up with a Dalmatian as well. They're lovely, aren't they?
Yeah, I'd like another one of them, but they need a lot of exercise.
Yeah, they have so much energy.
Yeah, I'd work too much to be able to have one of them. But yeah, I do like a Dalmatian. What was yours called?
My Dalmatian, it was my mum's, and it was called Holly, and she got her the same year she had me, and we sort of grew up together. There's all these pictures of me sitting on her back reading her stories when I'm about 5 years old.
Same as me. So my mum and dad had Uncle Bosley, and they got it as a wedding gift. They got married in April, and I was born in July. So.
Oh, I love Dalmatians. I think they're so sweet.
Yeah, he used to eat my dinner for me when I didn't like it.
Yeah, I used to do that. Push it off the plate. Oh, the dog.
Yeah. That's what dogs are good for. Oh, yeah.
Cool. Right.
Then now I'm going.
Well off topic there. So that's an insight into our lives, if people wanted it or not. Back with more gaming stuff next week.
Say that again.
Back with more gaming stuff next week.
Yes.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yes. Though I'll be away, but I'll be back on the Sunday though.
We'll sort something.
So we should be able to record at the same time, hopefully. Although Game of Thrones starts next Sunday, so winter is coming.
It does.
I don't care. I'll do a podcast on my own then.
I don't know when Game of Thrones is on, but that's crucial watching. But it's probably not Sunday. You probably have to watch it on Monday because it's shown at the same time as America, and it's at some stupid o'clock, isn't it? I'm looking forward to that though. Oh, it'll be good. I started watching this thing called Animal Kingdom on Amazon Video. Seems really good. I've watched one episode so far. It's about this kid whose mum moodies, and he ends up with his gran and his uncles, but they're all criminals. So, so he sort of gets sort of hooked into sort of doing crime basically. But yeah, it was quite interesting actually.
We started watching. Well, I say we. Lisa was watching Glow when I was working earlier.
Oh, that's good. I've watched all of it.
Oh yeah, I wasn't. Not for me. I don't. We're well off topic. I'm not going to say what I was going to say on the show. We can talk about it afterwards.
It's good. It's good. See, I think I prefer things like Netflix. If I had to choose between looking at my shelf and Netflix, I'd probably choose Netflix.
No, see, I wouldn't.
That's just what I like at the moment. Sometimes I just like to sit down, not think, just sit and just look at the TV. I've never really been big in TV, but Netflix is kind of, if there's a good series and I can just get hooked into it, I love that.
Yeah, I just don't think they make any good series. But.
Oh no, they do. Better Call Saul is one of the best ever. Brilliant. Better Call Saul, so good.
That's why I say I'm not going to get into this.
House of Cards. House of Cards is amazing. Oh, Daredevil. I can name so many. Daredevil wasn't as good as Jessica Jones. That was good. So many. You can't say they don't make good series. That's shocking.
They don't make good series.
Yeah,
I said it again. There you go.
You're wrong though. But anyway, let's just end the podcast now.
Before we start fighting each other.
Okay then, we will end it because we're just talking about rubbish now. Okay, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for now. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.